I should look better, but it's not going to happen.
I think you look great. You can leave that in, by the way.
Okay, here's my little intro. Ready? Welcome to another episode of Inside the Gig, presented by Cave Creek Music, where we highlight one of the many talented artists coming to Cave Creek and playing in Cave Creek. Today, I'm really excited because Brian and Molly Wallen are on their way from snowy, who knows where. We'll talk about that. They're going to do their, see, you can tell the difference between musicians like me who don't know any better and the really smart ones, because the really smart ones tour to nice places and they're coming to the Southwest to get away from their snow. But you guys are going to be here. Well, first, welcome to the interview. How are you guys doing today?
We're good. We're trying to stay warm the best we can.
Yeah. So I think in following you guys on social media, you moved from I want to say Indiana. Is that right? Is that close?
Mm-hmm.
To
yes.
Did you move to UP? Are you in Michigan somewhere? Okay.
Yeah, very good. We moved to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, which is further north than more than half of the Canadian population.
We're very sane people.
And I'm guessing you moved up there because someone was holding a gun to you and said you should be moving up there.
Well, Arizona people certainly have that impression of this move.
It's true.
I'm sure it's a beautiful place, but you got to love like snowblower repair or something. What are you getting in? How much snow have you gotten so far?
Well, we moved in, and the next day we got 23 inches.
Yep, that was our welcome to
23 in one day. You got 23 inches in
one day. Yeah.
And then we've been getting 8 inches or whatever here and there, so it's accumulated to quite a bit.
We average about 160 inches per winter. Winter is from there's snow on the ground usually from November through late April, early May.
Wow.
But the thing that's cool, I mean, we've got cross-country ski trails like right outside our door here. Downhill skiing, snowmobiling, winter sports is really big. And because they get so much snow, life just goes on. Like, you never have gig cancellations. Nothing stops during the winter, because if you stop because of snow, you just never leave your house.
Yeah, I can attest to that. And in that I lived 3 winters. I don't call it 3 years. I lived 3 winters in Rochester, New York. And my kids were in middle school and high school, and we never had a snow day, even though they average 100 or so inches a year. And it's a machine. They have all the equipment. All the landscape guys put plows on the front of their pickup trucks, and everybody's driveway gets plowed, and every street, even the little small streets get plowed every single morning before people wake up. It's just a way of life. And so there was never a time when we said, oh, we can't go out to dinner because it might snow. It was just unheard of, right? It's just life moves on. Otherwise, you just don't ever have life, right?
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah, the schools here get canceled because of low wind chill more than anything.
If the wind chill is minus 35, they'll cancel school. But as long as it's above that, then you're good.
Is that because like kindergartners just freeze to death at the bus stop? Is that what happens when it gets down to minus 30?
Well, they freeze to the seat. They can't can't get off the bench at the bus stop. Yeah.
Freeze to the seat. Oh man, there's all kinds of things that are running through my head, and I'm just not going to say them. Yeah. So when you guys are in this, so you moved from I want to say Midwest, maybe winter, but maybe not winter state, to a guaranteed winter state. How has that affected sort of how you handle your careers as musicians?
Well, it definitely has shifted the focus on what we want to do with touring.
Yeah.
The calendar is going to get laid out a little bit differently. Just because of the fact that we're also pretty far removed from the rest of the country up here. So we're going to have sort of a regional focus for chunks of the year, and then we'll sort of set aside a couple months at a time here and there to do the bigger tours and try to line it up. So as you said at the start of the interview, obviously February pretty good time to be headed to Arizona. Not going to be complaining about that very much.
That's right. You'll be outside on the patio at Ravensview on Thursday, so you probably get a sunset like the
Yeah,
one behind me.
Oh yeah.
super excited.
Another thing, I just reminiscing about winter in upstate New York, and I'm sure you guys experience. It's like the sun comes up at what, noon, and sets at like 2 or something. Because I mean, it sort of feels like that, right? I mean,
It feels like that sometimes. It's been getting better recently.
Yeah.
But then what's really cool about the summers is that the sun's up until like 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And you like go to bed at midnight and you're thinking it's 9 p.m. It's great.
Well, and I also remember when we lived in upstate New York, the thing I liked about the community, that when you're living that climate, is that when you have nice summer days, everybody goes outside. It's
Yeah.
like
Yes.
people walk, people bike, people do whatever, people picnic. Whereas when we moved from there to Arizona, where I'm, Cave Creek, you kind of have this mentality of the people that like to go outside, and the people that don't like to go outside don't ever go outside, even though it's, beautiful, sunny sky and 75, people still sit inside and watch TV or whatever. You don't do that in those regions where you only get a handful of days a year where you can go outside and enjoy it, right?
That's such a good point. I mean, from basically, I would say like Memorial Day weekend through Labor Day weekend, it's one giant outdoor party here. I mean, people are just every day, whatever they can do to get outside and hang out with people outside, they're doing that, and it's pretty cool to see.
And even in the winter, like we'll get a good snow, and then the next day everybody's like, oh, this is great for skiing. And so the trails are loaded with people. It's great.
Yeah. Now the other thing, I don't know if some people know this, and I'm going to say it publicly, but I am married to a psychologist, and so I get to express my feelings a lot. But that's my joke. But we struggled with the amazing amount of darkness in the wintertime, and actually bought a thing that would, simulate a sunrise in the bedroom, so that you didn't have to just wake up to an alarm beeping. Have you guys seen those kinds of? I don't want to get too mental healthy on you here, but these kind of emotional challenges when you move to such a cold place that is dark for so long in the wintertime.
I think in a way it's been better for us because Indiana, the winter is gray and rainy. And so it's dark all the time. But
Literally.
up here, you still get the blue skies. We're right near Lake Superior. So we get that wind that comes off. And so it clears up the skies a lot. And so when it's sunny, it reflects off of the snow that's already there. And so it's actually lighter, it feels like to me, than Indiana was.
I agree completely. Like it feels honestly so much brighter here because, I call it permacloud. That's what you get in Indiana from basically October, November on all the way into April, May. We actually, by the numbers, Indiana has as many cloudy days per year as Seattle.
Wow.
And more rain. So it's like a rainforest almost. And so having the snow on the ground, and it helps.
Yeah, so you get some sun. I remember in Rochester, the every January, February, they would tell you how many days it had been since we saw the sun.
Oh no!
I'm not making that up. They actually said that because lake effect. You just had I always said it was like living in a refrigerator. I mean, you get up in the morning, the low is 3, the high is 7, and it's gray. Everything's gray. Like living on, and it's not a. I don't know people that we're talking way too much about weather, not enough about music, but the clouds are not. There's no dimension. It's just a flat battleship gray with no changes at all. It's no ridges or anything. There's nothing that makes you think that it's anything other than just flat gray. And I think that was a little daunting for me anyway.
Yeah, that was Indiana.
That sounds like where we lived before. Yeah, it was. It was
you guys
tough.
get blue skies and sunny, sunny days, and which, like you said, is incredibly bright. I haven't skied a lot, but the times I've skied, I'm always amazed at how bright it is when you're skiing on a slope and the sun is out. It's like that reflection, right? You guys probably get those. What are those goggles? The mirrored things with the little leather flaps on the side. You guys wear those or anything? No, you
We
gonna bring those
don't,
out with you?
we don't do downhill. We do cross country because
okay.
we would both hurt ourselves if we did downhill, and that's not great for our careers.
Yeah,
So-
I'm a little concerned about those arm injuries that can happen
Yeah.
downhill skiing.
But cross country is mostly within woods, and so it's like trails that are normally groomed really well, and then you can get through the trees, and then darker.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about music. So you guys are coming to Arizona. Are you just coming to Arizona? Are you going to some other places in the Southwest?
We're going to some other places. I think we're gonna pop over and do a couple of Southern California gigs, Oceanside area, and then we're gonna go to Texas for a pretty good chunk of time, and we'll play Dallas area, Austin, and then we've got kind of a standing gig at this event called Texas Antiques Week, which is a little town about an hour outside of Austin.
Population 90 normally until Antiques Week, and then they add 3 zeros, and I'm not kidding, to the population sign.
Wow,
Pretty crazy.
That sounds like an awful lot of fun. When you guys get here, we'll have to compare schedules since I have my son lives just outside of Fort Worth, and so you never know.
Oh,
nice.
Maybe I'll come to one of your Texas shows. That would be
that'd be
a
super
hoot,
fun.
wouldn't it? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so are you bringing some new music with you this time?
Yeah, lots of new music. We've got new originals. We're always looking to add new covers to the set too. I've been really into Nathaniel Rateliff lately. He's got a band called the Night Sweats, and they've got some really fun stuff. So we got a couple of his songs, learned some Neil Young tunes. Of course, last time I was on here, I talked about my love of Bob Dylan. So
It hasn't gone away.
it hasn't gone away. That's still there.
I've learned some Brady Carlisle.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got some good stuff
We're
happening.
trying to keep it fun.
Well, you guys always put on a fabulous show. In case you guys didn't catch it at the beginning, that are watching this interview, you guys, the Wallens, will be at Ravensview on Thursday, whatever day that is. What day is that? I don't know. Where's my
The
calendar?
17th.
Is it the 17th? 3 days from now, the 17th. We're doing this on a Monday because they got to get on the road. So we're doing this. You're going to be there on the 17th, and then this coming Sunday, which I guess is the 20th, right? You guys will be on the patio at the Grotto from 2 to 5. So that's an absolutely beautiful setting. I will probably be there shooting some video of you guys there. I'll probably be at both of the shows because, honestly, you can't get enough Wallens in your life. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me, but once you hear these two, you're going to say, where have I been? Why have I been pretending to love Americana folk music when now I know the real thing? And so this is what it's all about. I mean, you guys are so fantastic. You bringing some merch with you? You got some T-shirts or some things to sell?
Yeah,
we have new T-shirts since we've been in Arizona, at least.
Yeah, they're made in Austin, Texas, by a little company that does great work, and it's a design that Molly came up with featuring the stomp board, which some of you may have seen. If you haven't, it's a
board that Brian stomps.
It's a board that I stomp on, but it's way cooler than the name sounds. So we've got that. We've got vinyl records. We've got CDs. No new albums yet, but we are working on putting out a live album sometime, hopefully this spring, and
that's with somebody.
With our friend Dean Phelps, who's a national champion thumb style guitar player, and then we're hoping to make a new studio album later in the year as well.
The Wallens are busy. The snow is doing wonders for you guys, right? Somehow I see you guys in like a hut that's got like huge snowdrifts, and you're like hunkered over an old wooden desk with a candle, with a quill, scribbling out lyrics.
Yes, with the quill. That's the detail that's needed right there.
We do have some friends that recorded an album in a yurt.
Yeah, that's true. We have access to a yurt if we need one.
You know you're the real deal when you have access to a yurt. There's people watching this that are going, what in the world is a yurt? Look it up. They're really cool. They're really cool structures.
Basically a circular tent.
That's right. Oh, don't give it away. Make them go Google it. Oh, come on.
They're very cool.
They are very, very cool. So you guys are coming. You're going to be here on Thursday. You're playing at Ravensview, and you guys are actually in Arizona for a little while, right? I think I've got see you guys on the schedule like the
Yeah.
following week and maybe a couple of weeks down the road. So I think you're probably doing things in the state elsewhere. So there's a lot of opportunity to see the Wallens. I will confess, I put my order in for one of these cool stomp boards. And I'm just going to tell
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
that's watching this video, this interview, if you want to, there's a couple of good ways to support musicians. But one thing that a lot of people don't do, and I don't know why, is you just need to go buy a t-shirt or buy, you're wearing t-shirts anyway, buy one of their shirts or buy one of their CDs or, and I know nobody has a CD player, but still buy one of the CDs, put it in your car and listen to the great sounds. I've got a Wallen CD in my Jeep right now. I confess it's what comes on when I crank up my Jeep. I get to hear the Wallen sing about, is it Charlie? And
Yes, Charlie. That's right.
He's laying over there.
That's right. So I get to, I get to hear that song when I'm driving around Cave Creek. So support them with merch. Always tips are always welcome. And of course, come to the shows. But geez, give these guys some money. They are bringing quality of life to you every day, especially here in Cave Creek. So you guys, I will see you on Thursday. Anything you want to throw in here at the end?
No, just really appreciate the opportunity to come out and play music in Arizona. We love it. The Cave Creek scene is
So
really
fun.
cool.
So
And
fun.
we're excited to be there and to see some folks we haven't gotten to see for a while.
Yeah. So so the whole packing thing. So do you like pack winter for the first day of driving, and then you like drop the suitcase
But
off?
actually,
yeah.
we're
Friend's
gonna
house.
wear the winter
Yes.
when we leave, and then we've got the summer in
Yeah.
the suitcases.
You dress in layers.
That's right. That's right. I figured you had somebody, like in northern Oklahoma where you could say, I'm going to leave this suitcase here. And then, because that's
We
also
actually
my
have
winter
people
stuff.
in Oklahoma that we could do that with. But
Yeah.
Then you don't have to haul it around, right? But yeah, no, that's great. So, looking forward to seeing you guys. I will see you at Ravensview on Thursday at 5 o'clock. Thanks so much, guys.
yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.